Hi, so this video is almost a spur of the moment video where we were going to do a pickups video, and I realized that you only had PlayStation 4 stuff to show, I only had Switch stuff to show, so why not compare the two and talk about our experiences with them recently and which one...
heavenly idea!
And which one we think is sort of better of late. Not really better, but we'll get to that. We'll just little mini reviews of each of these systems and these games. This is my friend Billy.
I am so excited.
Who's been on the channel a bunch of times. His channel is dangerously close to 100,000 subscribers, about 1,000 away. And it's been teetering on the cusp of that for way too long.
We are shutting down the channel as soon as we hit 100,000.
Can we please get this channel to 100,000 because I'm sick of looking at it at like
Absolutely.
98, 99,000 and something.
So sick of editing Game Chaser videos. So if we can get to 100,000 so I can shut it down and get that plaque, because that's why we started the YouTube thing, was to get that plaque. Oh wait, I broke character. Yay!
Alright, let's get started. We just touched feet a little bit.
I know, it wasn't an accident.
Alright, I'm gonna get started with some Switch stuff, and I know I took a break from Switch, so I'm sorry if you got sick of the Switch videos, and I'm sorry if you missed them.
I actually unsubbed because of them.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But they're back, at least for right now. So, recently, I went out and found a couple of Switch games for myself. I bought 1-2 Switch, and we're gonna start with this.
Oh, no we're not. We're gonna end with that.
Because
I don't even want to be in. Okay, you're doing 1-2 Switch. I don't even want to be in this video. I'm just gonna like.
My partner wanted to play this, so I picked it up so we could have some fun with it, and fun was not had. You've played it for a few minutes. I played it.
Partner?
Yeah. My girlfriend and I wanted to play this game. We played it for about an hour, and it really wasn't that great. The f is wrong with you? You always try and derail my videos.
I'm embarrassed. I don't want to be in this video because that's a horrible game right there.
Look, it's not great.
I had to do this stupid. Whenever I played, I had to do this little like runway dance thing, and oh my god, it's like one of those. It's like when the families get together to play Wii bowling or something like that. That's the Switch version. This should have been a pack-in game. But I know why. I said at the beginning this should be a pack-in game. I know why it wasn't now. Because when somebody got the system and that was the only game that they had was 1-2 Switch, they'd be like, the Switch.
Here's the thing. I think it wasn't a pack-in game because it really drove the price down. They managed to keep it at $2.99, and putting in a pack-in game, I feel would have bumped it up to at least $3.20. Which $2.99 to $3.20 seems like a big jump. So I think to cut costs, they didn't put it in. Plus, it actually looks like they put a lot of effort into this game, which is what makes it so sad. There's like 40 different mini games. Each one has this elaborate video clip that plays at the start of it to explain what it is you do in the game. A lot of them, for what they are, work really well, but they're all just super boring and not fun. And I can't even see like the 50-year-olds that love playing Wii Bowling get any fun out of this game. So this is definitely a no-go, and I'm gonna be returning it. Sorry if you like it.
I don't know. I mean, I thought they kept the cost down on the Switch by, you know, making a docking bay that scratches your system.
Yeah, that's a video for another time.
Whose water is this? Is this your water?
No, but you can drink it if you want.
Oh, thank you.
I
I love random waters.
I like how I'm offering you a drink in your house. Next up, I'm going to talk about Bomberman. I bought this actually at dirt cheap recently. This store that I've been talking about.
Well, hold up, I don't get a turn. Oh, I got the Switch, and now I'd be like, oh yeah, we think that's a good game? Well,
alright,
check this
what
shit
have you
out.
got that's going to compete with 1-2 Switch? Like
I don't know.
Like there is anything.
I don't know, maybe a little Yakuza or Yakuza, however you want to pronounce it, tomato, potato, baseball. Yakuza Zero. So this is a prequel to all the Yakuza games that came out. I've always been a fan of the series, and this one is, I mean, one of the better ones that I've played. It's think open world RPG-ish, but also beat 'em up. So you combine all those elements with the only thing that I hate about it is the fact that you actually have to read the subtitles. I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's all, and then there's a lot of subtitles because it's really, really heavily story-driven.
Is it a good story?
Yeah, I mean, it's like about the Yakuza is basically the Japanese mob or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fun, but I just don't like the whole reading thing. I wish they were just done like dubs and stuff.
You're so Texas.
I know,
You're
right?
so Texas.
I mean, well, it's just like a movie. Like if I go to a movie, I don't want to watch a movie and then have to read, because if I'm reading the description at the bottom of what's going on, then I'm missing the pictures. I'm missing the movie. I'm missing the movie. But yeah, Yakuza Zero. If you like that sort of stuff, I like it. The combat's fun. The exploration, and it's like they did a really good job of recreating actual Tokyo. So the neon lights, the street, and the streets and all that. It's just a really cool environment. I like it. Yes.
If you watch Attack on Titan for 5 minutes and decide that you don't want to watch it anymore because you don't want to read the subtitles?
You might be a redneck.
Yes. Now really I should dive back into Switch right now, but since we are talking about Tokyo and Japan and everything like that, let me dive into Persona 5, because I have one PlayStation 4 game on this list that I've been playing recently, and I really wanted an excuse to talk about it. About a year ago, I picked up a PlayStation Vita for the first time, and the only game that I had was Persona 4. I'm not really huge on RPGs, but I thought, screw it, I want to play my Vita. And I got completely absorbed into this world, and went on this adventure that I never thought I would go on, an adventure that I didn't realize I'd been missing out on for years. And as soon as I heard Persona 5 was being made, it was crazy to me that I was excited for a Persona game, but I was. And I picked it up, and so far I have not been disappointed. This game is so crazy fun. It gets into the action so much quicker than Persona 4 does. You're thrown right into it about 2 hours in. They've done a really great job at building Shibuya and this whole world and this life that you live in Japan. How much do you know about Persona?
What you just said.
So essentially how I described this recently on my podcast to my friend Eric was sort of imagine like a Sims type game where you live a life, you date people, you go out for dinner, you build relationships, you have to go out and you get a part-time job and you work your part-time job, and it takes up your time. You play day by day, you play pretty much every day in a year, and if you decide you want to go to work this day to make money, you lose that day and you can't do stuff that maybe you'd want to do. So you kind of need to like devise your time and plan out what you want to do. There's this whole other element where you go into this other world where you become this badass that kills demons and bad guys, and you do the whole RPG and attacking and killing things. And then the relationships that you build outside the game reflects your persona and how you build strength in the demon world. And it's just really crazy. I've never played anything like it before, but it's really fun, really engaging. You can't go wrong with Persona, and this has probably been the most fun I've had this year, apart from with Zelda. This game has been super crazy fun. That's Persona 5.
Oh, it sounds like a good. Go.
More PlayStation.
Oh, more PlayStation. Okay, so the game that I've actually been spending the most time with is Horizon Zero Dawn. I almost said Zero Dawn. Zero Dawn. This is cool. It's kind of your typical, like nowadays, like your typical like action adventure game, kind of RPG elements thrown in. Think of kind of like I like to think of it kind of like Skyrim with a lot of like Drake's Uncharted series thrown into it. You gotta do like a lot of climbing and stuff, but basically it just tells a story of what happened like hundreds of years. I don't know if it's hundreds of years or it's a little bit of time in the future, and like pretty much everyone's been wiped out. And
1,000 years from now.
1,000 years from now?
That's the first thing
I don't think
it
I've
says.
gotten that part in the story yet. But anyway, yeah, basically the whole you see like a bunch of dilapidated buildings, like humanity basically just got wiped off the face of the earth. Let's just say that you're in this environment where robots are pretty much rule, and humanity is back to like being like in tribes, kind of like, you know, warring tribes and factions and stuff with no technology. All the technology that exists now are basically robots running around. So you got to do like a lot of hunting. It's like you go hunt, but you're hunting these robots and stuff like that. And, you progress through this story, the main story, but just like a lot of other games nowadays, like Skyrim and Zelda, and you know, you get like side quests and stuff like that. So you build up your character and you progress through the story, and it's really fun. I like the combat, the different. What I really like about it personally is the way sometimes you have to strategize and how you're gonna like tackle a big monster or trap them, or like you sometimes you just can't take something and just like I'm gonna take it head on and like try to kill this thing. You gotta maybe lure it into a place and then lay down some traps for it and then tackle it that way. And it's just, you got to use a lot of strategy in how you go about tackling some of these obstacles, which I like. So it's not just like, you know, brainless button mashing and stuff like that. I describe a good game nowadays for me personally is if I get really invested into it and really can't put it down, and this has been one of those games. I didn't think I'd like it, but everyone said, you know, you should check it out, so I did.
So I'm here right now in Texas from Canada. I didn't bring all my cases, but I do have the little cartridge, so I'm just going to show you the little cartridge, No More Heroes, which is the case I left at home. Actually, I have something really interesting to say about this game, because it's really cheap. It's only 20 bucks, or 30 if you're in Canada or Australia, and when I first got it, hated it. I thought it was terrible, mostly because the difficulty is so stupidly hard.
Hold on one second, I got a question. Is that the same No More Heroes?
Has Been Heroes.
Has Been Heroes. Okay, I misheard you then.
I say No More Heroes every time I talk about this game. Has Been Heroes.
Okay.
Should I start again?
No, let's go with it.
This game is, I don't really know how to even describe it, what kind of game it is, but essentially you have your 3 heroes and you select on a little map where you want to move, and when you get there you have 3 lanes and you sort of just have to decide what lane you want to attack. And one hero has 1 attack, one hero has 2, one hero has 3, and the enemies will have like 3 shield, 4 shield, 2 shield. You need to work their shield down, they'll get stunned, and then you attack them. There's also spells in there, a lot of other things to think about, and when you get good at it, it can feel pretty rewarding, but it's so hard. It took me about 3 hours to get past the first level, and that is like, when you actually do it, it takes 10 minutes. So it's so frustrating to try and get past that first part. And then I finally did it after that 2 or 3 hours, and then the next part, insufferable. It took me days to get past the next part.
I want to try.
You can try. For some reason, I got strangely addicted to it. And I said that to Sean eventually. When I first got the game, I said to Sean, this game sucks. He said it grows on you, because he thought it sucked at first too. And even though it's really hard, and every time you invest half an hour into it trying to beat the next level and fail and you get so frustrated, you want to try again, and you keep trying and trying and trying. So I've definitely got my $20 out of the game. I still don't think it's a great game because it's way too hard. There's like 1,000 unlockables in this game, which you will never ever get. You will not have the patience. Please don't play this game that much that you unlock it all, because that'll take too long and it's not worth it. But it's strangely addicting, and for $20, I would actually recommend it. Just be prepared to get
Pissed off.
very pissed off. Your turn.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the last thing I have right here is Shante, half Genie hero, which I've not played, but it looks awesome. I'm just looking at I got this because, man, it looks awesome.
Well, this is something, initially, as I said, we were going to do a pickups video,
Yes.
and we weren't actually going to go in depth about it, but then I thought this would be a cool idea, but you actually haven't played this one, so rather than bullshit you guys.
I mean, come on, these 2 games that I've been playing right here, they suck up a lot of time.
They do.
So I haven't.
Which actually looks like it's pretty beautiful.
No, it looks
the
amazing, and I mean, this was only $30.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's only $30, half the price of a regular retail game, and I don't know what it is. I love these big, giant boxes. I love the big boxes.
You like the big boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bigger the better.
Yeah, no, I bet you do.
I do.
Okay, so I'm not going to talk about Zelda. I've covered that enough on my channel, and I have quite a few digital games. I didn't pick up Snake Pass yet because I'm still struggling to justify a digital game right now. So the last thing I have to talk about that I actually have bought and I have physical of is Bomberman.
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 Bomberman. Bomberman. Bomberman.
Just take
Bomberman. Bomberman. Bomberman.
It's actually a really good, it's pretty fun. I like the story mode that they implemented, but the actual game itself feels a little bit too much like old school Bomberman for me. And like, that's not really a bad thing, because old school Bomberman is perfect, it's timeless, it's something that I want to pick up and play again and again and again and again. But for some reason, getting a new game and playing that again, I kind of felt a little bit gypped on it. I went to the store dirt cheap, which I've recommended a few times on this channel before.
Well, it's cool recommending it because they're going to take my games.
Okay, well, yeah, all right, I'll stop then. But I managed to get it for 25 bucks.
It's called Dirt Jeep. Look for a place called Dirt
I went
Jeep.
to Flirt Jeep, and I managed to pick this up for 25 bucks. And honestly, that's the price I'm happy to pay for this game, because it just feels like recycled Bomberman. The story mode they implemented, pretty cool. A lot of the boss battles, pretty cool, but getting to those boss battles and getting to those story elements kind of feels like a bit of a grind. But for 25 bucks, yeah, yes, all day, every day, I wouldn't pay full retail of 50. I just personally wouldn't, but it's definitely a good game to pick up on the Switch. Just, it's kind of weird. I'd probably give the game about a 7.5 out of 10 for overall feel and look and gameplay, but my enjoyment level is definitely down to like a 4 or 5. I'm just really not having that much fun with it.
So we know what we need to do. We need to implement the I knew I had to have it rating.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, not a bad idea. So out of all these games, what do you give the highest I knew I had to have it rating?
Out of my personal games?
No, of everything.
Out of everything?
Out of everything.
Has to be Persona 5.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
What about you?
Man, I like Yakuza, you know, I like Zero Dawn, but I have played Zero Dawn a little bit more than Yakuza, so I'm gonna have to go give the I knew I had to have the rating to the highest one to that game.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that rating. Okay, so actually going by what I ended up titling this video, because I had no idea what else to title it. PlayStation 4 versus Switch recently.
We got some recent Switch games and we got some recent PS4 games. Which of these systems do you think has had the better games?
Look, I don't want to like get anyone too butthurt here.
The butthurt is coming.
The Switch just came out. We all knew that it was kind of just a Zelda machine to start with, and there really wasn't anything too great coming out. It's not as established as the PlayStation 4 is right now.
But okay, so I'm including Zelda into the Switch.
Me
It's
too,
not just
me
the
too.
things that we have here. Now, the Zelda in this equation, I mean, it really is a kind of a fair comparison because the PS4 has been out. It's in its run.
It's definitely an unfair comparison. But
if you just take the last month,
last month PlayStation 4 is kicking butt. I mean, if you put Horizon and Zelda up next to each other, I know I would prefer Zelda, but you can really kind of just, depending on what kind of gamer you are, you're definitely going to prefer one or the other, and you're going to have fun with both of them. But then PlayStation 4 just has everything else, while the Switch has Bomberman's okay, No More Heroes is okay, a lot of things are okay, but nothing's really that crazy. And I love my Switch, and I've had so much fun with it, and Zelda is the best gaming experience I've had in so long. But Persona 5 is so incredible in its own right, and it's something so different for me. I don't play RPGs really, like not like these traditional Japanese RPGs. I don't play these kind of games, but I'm so absorbed into it. Like, it's all I'm thinking about right now, and the story is so much more engrossing than Zelda's story.
Now cue all the people having sex with their Switch right now, and they're just like, all right, motherfucker, listen here. I got something to tell you. The Switch rules all. Look, I like the Switch. I don't have a Switch, but I mean, every time somebody brings a Switch over and I see a Switch, I'm always messing with it. I want a Switch. I tried to get a Switch. Best Buy, if you're watching this, Best Buy, you. Hey, I'm not saying the Switch sucks. It's just not as good as the PS4.
Right now.
And probably forever.
I love the Switch
Listen here!
I love the Switch too, and honestly, it's a weird comparison to make right now, so don't take it too seriously. We're just kind of having fun with it. Yeah, PlayStation 4 is definitely that. Has had a better last couple months, as to be expected. I don't know how else to word this to not butthurt anyone. It's really my own fault for titling the video this way.
Hold on, what did he say? What did he say? Yeah, you'll take care of this.
I guess that's the video, guys. Remember to subscribe to Billy. Make sure to like this video. Leave a comment down below with which system have you had the most fun with recently? Which system do you think's had a better last 2 months? You're getting my Switch all gunky. What do you?
Actually, I'll be right back.
And I'll see you in the next video.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Reggie.